So we have carnelian acorn. We have moss agates, an agate little turtle. And we have Larimar and I want to say seashell, but this is actually a river shell. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first piles I really wanted to get into first is the letting go of and stepping into, because these are the overall energies that are going to connect to whichever pile or piles you guys have chosen. So I'm going to do these first, and then I'll leave them out the way that they are, leave a space, and put the cards from each of the pick a card piles in the middle. So before we get started, I just wanted to mention that if you want or would like a deeper message to what the letting go of and stepping into, you can go to my link tree on my Instagram and hit it, and I will be more than grateful or helpful or any way if you would like to do that. That will be an option for you. Though these are pretty in depth, but if you would like more, that will definitely be an option. And then I have to actually, unfortunately, hold my phone during the reading, so bear with me because we just moved and I cannot find my little phone holder currently. So hopefully I can get this figured out a little bit easier, but for now this is what we got. So here we go. Alright guys, so let's get started on letting go and what we're stepping into. So first off, we have the wheel, Five of Swords reversed. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. And then we have the energy flows where my intention goes. So right off the bat with the wheel, I really was like, what? And then the Five of Swords too, of like letting go and forgiving, forget kind of energy. So with the wheel, it's like a lot of karma, past, like things coming full circle. There could be lots of ups and downs that have occurred, different types of karmas that have come up, changes, but to remember, like, to, really define what is good and bad exactly, and kind of taking like those lessons in and shifting into like, things that past things that you've maybe resented and had a hard time like forgiving, whether it was yourself or other people. We're really coming to a full circle of beginnings to ends, especially with coming into this Gemini full moon, which is really coming to that end point really before we transition to North Node Taurus and South Node Scorpio. And so it's really all these things coming to full circle, So, like, what is there that, what are you ready to let go of? So you could really step into, that new energy for yourself. And really, like, exactly this, like, energy flows for where your intention goes. Like, what is something and some things you've really had on mind quite often, and things that have come up over and over again, that could even be old wounds, how you are responding to certain things, and really diving really deep inside yourself. Like, what is it exactly that you are ready to shift into and ready to heal from? Like the changes that are really needed, and you're really ready to enter that door, like all these hard lessons and things that you've really truly learned from, even though at times they felt extremely dark and like, when is this going to be over? And just tired of pushing and pushing through. And so yeah, like really take a second to really kind of feel into that before, if you need to go back and look into which piles you chose by this opening to this pick a pile. It's pretty intense. It's been intense. Like, let's be real. Let's be honest. Like, it's been very intense. But it is definitely things that have needed to come up for us to really shift and move into where we're like divinely supposed to be going. You know, like a lot of us are like healers, and we forget that like as we are healing, we're healing others, and we're healing like our lineage, our DNA. We are, and being so, as healers, we're very sensitive to things around us and things happening around the world. Like, we usually feel them internally, and sometimes we do forget that we are that sensitive. And so you're not only healing you, you're healing like energies outside of you as well. You know what I mean? So it's very intense. It's not supposed to be unicorns and stuff, but if you have a good day, celebrate your good days. Don't let anyone drift you from that, because I won't get into that. But so yeah, so we're at full circle, 0 points coming up. Highly intense with this Gemini full moon. So letting go, seeing things from a new perspective, ready for changes, kind of coming back to yourself, things you need to amend and forgive, and really, what are you really ready to step into and ready to let go of? And know these things that you've gone through, though they're heavy, you've had the courage and strength to push through these energies, and these are physical and mental energies that we've been experiencing. So I just want to say to those of you who really have been pushing through and doing the inner work, I'm really, like, I'm proud of you, and I'm really grateful to be on this journey with you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and kind of move past, like, okay, the unresolved, like what's blocking your harmony. This could have a lot to do with relationships too this past year or so, because we are about to step into 2022, which is a Venus year. So harmony, balance, and relationships, family, home life, and all that stuff is going to be very huge. So letting go of all these things holding us back from our true selves, or where we're truly supposed to be. I'm going to go ahead and flip this into what we're stepping into as we let go of the things holding us back. Alright, so what we're stepping into is 10 of Cups, the High Priestess, which is a very strong energy right now, most definitely, and this is so wild. So we have, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So with that being said, wow. And then it has the owls too, with the High Priestess, and then we have the 2 pillars. So really, also, that's also finding, for me, I always feel it's stepping into balance. Obviously the High Priestess really represents like 2 and intuition, and really stepping into the unknown. And I really love how she's like in this forest here, and it's kind of mysterious, and it's still full of so much love, and it's like a balance of light and dark as well. So that really came together like so beautifully. And then we have like new moon. No, I'm sorry, that's not new moon. What a dork. But anyway, so I love how these colors though are purple and gray and black, purple, gray and black. And with this tree just pink, full of love, and really just following our intuition and things we love, and really coming back to like ourselves deeply, even though there isn't a for sure clarity, a certainty, but you're stepping into this unknown realm, dimension, part of yourself. But there is like this huge intuitive push that you're trusting where it is leading up to. And so as we've kind of really went through a lot of the intense of learning how to heal and embrace our darkness per se, and finding that equal balance to our darkness and our light, and loving them just the same, you know? And it's not easy, like taking the time to really be with your darkness and all that, embracing it. It takes a lot of strength and courage, like I had mentioned before. But it also brings you to points where like you need to, it helps you see where it needs to be nourished, like where it needs the love, you know, like things that have been forgotten. And so we're learning how to love ourselves again on a deeper level. And it's just going within, like it's layers within. So of course it's dark because it's new territory, it's unknown, it's mysterious, and it can be scary and it's intense. But the more you go, the more that things come to light, and it really just shows like where we need to heal ourselves more, and things that we're clearing out, getting to the root of it and healing from the root up. And you know, like we can get sunshine like a tree or a flower or a plant, but it's muddy waters, you know, like muddy waters can cause root rot. It could cause you know, upheavaling, I don't know if that's the right word, but like, you know what I mean? Like, so though you might be getting sunshine, down below might be muddy waters. So when we take the time to nourish ourselves and understand the clearing of our roots and getting to the root of the things, it really helps bring things to light, help know yourself better. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel, and it opens blessings, like doors for opportunities and blessings, expands your heart in ways that you like never experienced before. And though I'm not saying you're not someone who's very heartfelt as it is, but it by getting to the root of these things, it heals your heart, and it opens your heart to more empathy and more compassion, opening doors to more harmonious relationships, deeper love, collaborations, the way you speak to yourself, and all that really opens doors instantly around you naturally. So it's really beautiful because it just really expands that ripple around you by really healing yourself. It's very deep. It's more than just you, oh, I'm healing myself. Like, you're healing yourself, and then this energy aura around you just keeps expanding every time you do that. So then it brings in, you know, an inner peace. And I think I was really stepping into the year of Venus. It's really important too, is finding, you know, balance and peace within, like what really brings you joy. I know family life and relationships are going to be very huge this coming year. And I've already personally been experiencing that, like how it's already happening. Like we're already shifting into that because it's getting so much closer. And I think because with all us healing and letting go of so many things, you know, like we're really like valuing like what's important to us and what do we really want, you know. And so by doing that, we had to let go of a lot and heal a lot and grow. And like this says, like fear into love, like transmuting a lot. So with that, it kind of though it's asking for us to find a balance with our the feminine and masculine, with the inner divine masculine and divine feminine, but also by doing that, it brings a balance on the outside of us by doing that. And with us having so much heart expansion right now, it's really kind of diving into the divine feminine, and that Libra really is, Venus is more of like a divine feminine energy. So that might be working a little bit harder right now as we're stepping closer into it, but it's still asking to find that deeper feminine energy, yes, but to still really try to find that balance with your divine feminine and divine masculine. Also, it's like as we're diving into this unknown territory, we don't really know exactly where we're going, like I said before, but some things are not as they fully seem. I really want to mention that. There's a lot of hidden mysteries, and a lot of things we're still kind of really learning as we're diving into this unknown territory, as walking into this new door, this new chapter, this new book. And really, it's illuminating a lot of like, I don't really want to say secrecy, but it feels kind of like it's illuminating a lot of, I think, things that like it's new to us, that like it was secret even to us, that we were like, what? You know, like it's really bringing like new perspectives, new you, and really finding this inner voice. You've done deep soul work, you're doing deep soul work, and really trying to find like a flow of your own personal, you know, balance. So, as you're continuing this new journey, because this is going to be, like I said, a complete new journey, new door, new chapter, new book, whatever it is to you, it is going to be completely new territory. But you've learned to find balance. You're learning to find balance in your feminine and masculine. And you're bringing in the inner wisdom and compassion and empathy from what you went through, to kind of what you went through, the challenges, the shadow work, healing, amending, healing old wounds, letting go, and leaning into the faith of the universe. Peace becomes real, and your faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. So all those things that you've learned, you've brought the sun and the moon and all these things of yourself together, because I really feel like this is like the sun and the moon as well, with the high priestess, that in between of the unknown, balance of light and dark, and to a reminder to not hide. Embrace how far you've come. Embrace this part of your journey, because you deserve all the open doors and opportunities coming to you, because holy cow. So remember to follow your intuition, let your heart lead the way, embrace your softness, keep your boundaries, but embrace your softness and compassion, and keep nurturing yourself and take what you've learned and basically help guide others, to do the same. And you deserve all the goodness that is coming to you, because this absolutely was not easy work, and it's not supposed to be, but yeah. So with that being said, this is letting go of, this is what we're stepping into, and I will start pile 1 here shortly. Thank you. All right, so for pile 1, we have carnelian, we have a little runaway acorn, and then we have the Fool that actually wanted to come out like twice, so it was meant to be. And we have 2 of Pence, 7 of Wands. So before I flip the Universe Has Your Back cards, let's go ahead and get into this really quick. So we had talked about letting go of and like what we're stepping into. So pile 1, really what I was feeling from this pile. There's something that's been holding you back that your inner self cannot hold back anymore. Like, you just can't. It's time to really get out there, take that leap of faith, and really bring that inner spark back, bring that inner outer spark back. Like, your soul is like, let's go. No more holding back, no more allowing yourself to hold back. Take the leap, create your new journey. It's never going to be fully clear, so know that. But what's to come, there is no doubt that doubt has no place in this new journey for you. Like, new chapter. Like, there is no doubt that doubt, like, it's not allowed here. So kick doubt out the door. For reals though, kick it out. So really, you really rebirthed this courage, this strength, and just tired of really not stepping into like a full potential for yourself. And you're really just, you really rebirthed, like, cocoon, all of it, like, or just phoenix, whatever resonates with you better. Like, you really hatched out of that egg of any sort, and the sun is coming out even more as I'm reading right now. Let that spark shine. I love it. So you're creating like a new story for yourself, and I feel this is really like, just, you're gonna like wow people, you're gonna shock people, because you're really creating this whole new version of you. Like, whether these are new ideas or ideas you're finally putting out there, like, you're gonna do it because you're tired of holding yourself back. So with that being said too, with all that excitement, you're gonna have times where you're gonna feel like you're juggling a lot. The thing is though, is that with your eye on a prize to this new version of you, like, you're like giddy up, let's go. We're going, like, shooting for the stars. And so it's gonna be a lot. Like, you're going to be juggling a lot. And so the thing is like, like the ships in the back, of course, they're sailing, they're going through these waves, but they're keeping themselves above surface. And so with the ups and downs, like, you'll be able to, though it's a lot going on, I think if you do slow down a little bit and take the time to kind of plan, I think planning is really important. Maybe to do a to-do list, because if you don't, eventually you're gonna have all these things stacked up, and it could be things in order where they're supposed to be, or all these things coming at you at once. So really, taking charge, take that staff, and make sure you are taking time to kind of plan out all these new ideas and this new you, so you don't get overwhelmed. Another thing is to remember to take breaks here and there, just to kind of make sure you keep this balance with the excitement. So I think really taking that kind of charge for yourself a little bit, but it doesn't have to be like heavy. Just make sure you're like mapping out maybe a little bit on where you're putting your time and energy, because you can get lost in the excitement and the adventure that all of a sudden you're like, okay, whoa, like I got so lost that I wasn't balancing things out for myself, which can get very overwhelming. So yes, so try to, if you can, focus on one thing and kind of map it out if you can. But this is really exciting at the same time. Like there's so much, like it's making my, like I can't stop smiling because I feel like there's so much excitement coming out of this pile. And I love like all the new leaves coming out because there's so much newness coming. And though we're about to go to winter, you're like, winter what? Don't care. Or if you're somewhere where it is spring, all these things are just sprouting up and they're about to flourish. So it's really exciting. And yeah, I just love it so much. So don't forget to do like your to-do list, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Like if you need assistance in some kind of way, don't forget to ask for help. Even reach out to somebody who inspires you because they seem very organized. Like reach out to them and they'll probably be like, actually, not, or actually, yeah, like this is what helped me. And take time for family. Make sure you remember to find, with all the excitement, you get distracted. Like I was saying before too, there's a lot of family relationships and home life stuff coming up for the next year as well. So make sure you're finding a balance between work and home and family and yourself. To remember that challenges of things can be challenging at times, but to remember patience, adaptability is very important for this pile as well. You will be flexible and adaptable, but try to stay grounded too as well in what you're doing. And remember that new challenges only make you stronger. They build strength and character. So with that being said, we have for the universe has my back. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. And we have the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is in the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Hope is the conduit for miracles. So, you're literally like stepping into, it's such a vibrant, exciting pile, and you're really just surrendering to that flow and really embracing this new chapter for yourself, this new book for yourself, this new you, new universe, and you're really getting down to like a work, but it's so creatively fun at the same time. So just remember that whatever you're creating, I definitely see some artists in here. You guys are creating something that is very colorful. I keep hearing Pisces, Libra, and Scorpio just came to mind. So with that being said, take that as you will. Those just came back like through my head, so I spit them out. And yeah, so that's pile one. Thank you. Hey, pile two. So here we have the little turtle that like jumped out of my hands, putting him up on the table. So find out what that's going on. What's going on? What's that mean? Anyway, and then we have some moss agate. I just finally got our house stuff Monday, and so I'm slowly finding where my crystals. So I'm excited. But anyway, so we have pile two, and let's get started. We have 3 of Pentacles. We have a Hermit. That literally looks like the Hermit. And we have Queen of Pentacles. And then we'll get to these soon. So, we spoke of letting go of things we're healing from, old wounds, amending, healing, shadow work, and then embracing and stepping into. So what exactly we got going on here? We have 3 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and Queen of Pentacles, which is really interesting to me because I feel like these 3 kind of go hand in hand per se, and I swear this Hermit card and 3 of Pentacles, like they're literally like, they're vibing. And it's almost like the Queen is her, like she's wearing like cat too, like, but she's inside and not outside. So let's see what's going on. So what I was really feeling, as I'm feeling like from this pile, is it's almost like a lot of alone time, a lot of inner self. Like she's kind of alone in this, you know, like she's still trusting the magic in her and around her, and she's, you know, really diving deep into being alone. And with it being Pentacle sign and Earth sign, so Earth signs tend to be working signs. So she's still really kind of grounded, you know, but she's still looking off, like there's something, like what's missing, or like where, like, you know, like ready for something, ready for a change. Though the Hermit card reminds me a lot of Virgos and Scorpios, Virgo Scorpio energy. So during this letting go of and all that, what is coming to light? Like what is going on with pile 2? I think also a huge reminder for this is that materialism keeps coming up, and to remember that material isn't always physical. Material is also like mental, or it is material is, it can be internal as well. It doesn't always have to be physical, outside of ourselves kind of energy. So there's a lot in the material world going on, right? So physical meets, we need to meet mental, we need to meet inner, we need to meet all these different things. So though creating and building things alone, maybe not asking for help when needed, this pile, they seem to like learn the hard way, or really just keep to themselves, but they're always constantly grinding and possibly very hard on themselves at times. And I really feel like the Hermit is like having like this introspect to like for themselves, to like really figure out like, okay, like what's missing, like why am I so hard on myself, like, you know, like this or that. And so though this, I'm seeing a lot of like people who create these beautiful businesses and who have been working and grinding so hard. The thing is, you know you're meant to be successful, you are successful, but there's something like something missing. And so I really feel it's like time to like, it's funny too because the moon is also in Taurus right now, so to slow down and really like ground yourself but embrace like a slow and steady. And so I wonder why this turtle like leaped out. A slow and steady time to really get like see what your soul really needs right now. Like take a second, take a pause, take a breather. Like let's breathe for a second, for real. And I feel that this pile is calling you to step into finding material inner, as well as you are trying to balance your business, you're working, you're grinding, but you deserve, and you've worked so hard to get where you are right now, but you deserve that time to really put your feet up for a second. Like go to the spa, like go get a foot massage, go get your nails done, go get your hair done, go get a facial, get your eyebrows done, like go get a massage. I don't even know if I said that, and if I did, someone needs a massage. And really embrace that inner rejuvenation, like mind, body, soul. Really take that Three of Pentacles energy. And especially because right now we are in December, which is month of 3, and 3 is very potent. So really take the time to nourish yourself inside and outside. And with this being said, it really will open like this opportunity for you to come in that you weren't expecting. It could be even something that you've been waiting for to happen, whether that's you collaborating with other people or you just collaborating with yourself. Like you've been really more masculine and your feminine is really trying to find that balance collaboration with you. And this could be an inner or it could be an outer part of you, you know, relationship wise too as well, because like I had said before, a lot of this has to do with home and family and relationships and how important it's going to be for finding balance within ourselves and around us. So taking the time to like take a break, go inward, you know, soul search, like ask yourself, how can I take some time for me and the loved ones around me. But first, I really feel like with all you, like I said, all you're working hard, you're grinding, all these things. You could be a parent that works from home, and it's hard to like having like a business from home as well, and it can get overwhelming. But really take a second and like do some inner stuff for you, because it'll open those doors that are needed and you've been waiting for. Go on like a mini vacay, recharge, take a moment to not grind, retreat within. I keep seeing these new ideas, new beginnings, like just pouring through after you take a time to like reset and recharge, just naturally. Like once you start all these, and it, what I'm seeing is like super peaceful though. It's like just a complete reset, which is really perfect too for what's coming through with Taurus. This might be a message for a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and I want to say Libra, but I feel like Libra is really speaking through so far with both of these pick-a-piles, with it being Venus year next year. So this definitely feels obviously very earthly, and which makes sense because these are grinding earthly signs, like, you know what I mean? So embrace the Taurus moon, kind of like the Taurus energy, especially with us going into the Taurus north node and Scorpio south node here soon. So the Gemini full moon is really like trying to bring this up to surface for you. And there's something that someone, this might be just for someone particular or a broad message, but there's something someone is seeking. They're seeking some kind of answers, but the message is to not go looking outside of yourself anymore, because these answers that you're seeking are within you. You hold the answers to these questions that you have. So allow yourself to go within and really allow your soul to show you that you don't have to keep searching for this. Like you have the answers. So remember to find that balance with your material world, nurture yourself, and, retreat on vacations that are outside of yourself. Like, Mother Earth is calling you. Like, come ground with her. And especially with this, like I said, feeling like earth signs. And, when you feel good, the things around you change. I see this also is herbs are coming through. I see a lot of tea, and I see kitchen witch, and the energy, I see basically a lot of you using kitchenware as wands. While you're cooking, you're bringing more earthly herbs and foods into your home for not just you, but once you kind of start activating that part of yourself, you bring it into your family as well, and you're kind of healing home life as well. So there might be a lot of Cancer energy in this. I knew there was another sign, but this wasn't coming through yet. So maybe even a Cancer zodiac sign or signs as well. So prioritizing time for you as well during you working and grinding. Find a balance between the two, because I'm telling you, it will really, really help. And so I don't know if anything really, just integrating just that natural balance for yourself. Also, something coming through, you might have kid or kids. For people who chose this group, just a reminder, they are watching you and you're inspiring them all the time. And so just make sure you take time to really balance out that family home life as well. And I just see they're just big old beautiful eyes just watching you, like so amazed, like you're my mom, you're my dad, Okay, so we have the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. So remember that when things seem like they're not working out, it's there to protect you and redirect you. Clear direction is presented to me. Dude. Yes, so this is perfect. So unapologetically go forth with you finding and integrating that inner balance for yourself, because it's really important. So I really feel like if there's something not working out for you right now, it's because it's clearing that out of the way, because what you're going to be focusing on this coming year is growing, and it's going to have your focus, and it's going to be way more internally and outwardly balanced, and it's really going to show. Well, thank you guys. Have a good day. Hi, Pile 3. So as I discussed before, we were discussing beforehand in the beginning of the video about what we were letting go of, shadow work, old wounds, like healing, and what we really were diving into to kind of bring us to what we're stepping into, what we've healed, what we've been amending, and what energy we really are ready to finally, like, this is it, like we're stepping into this. So pile 3, we have the Larimar, the And we have the seashell, but it's actually a river shell. But very watery for sure. Lots of water going on. So let's see what we have here. We have 10 of swords, of course, he's in water. And the trees are letting go of leaves actually in this picture. We have Knight of Pentacles, and we have Justice. And then I will get to, this pile actually had an extra universe card. The other two only had 3. So you guys had 4, but we'll get to those here shortly. So letting go of and the energy that you are stepping into for pile number 3. So this pile, I really feel, has gone through a lot of like trial and error. A lot of like every time they got up, it felt like they were just pushed right back down into the muddy waters. And I want you to know that I like literally feel it like in my chest, or my chest and my throat. Like I just want to say that you guys are extremely beautiful and extremely strong, and that all these things that you have gone through are not for nothing. And the sun is shining even brighter right now. It's so beautiful. So I just want you to know, like, the things that you have gone through, went through to get to this point, that it is heavy. It's been heavy and confusing, and you just, want to give up so many times. But know that all these experiences and lessons and trials and errors that you went through are not like this pile. I swear, like it's just emotional. I just like feel it like through this pile 3 collective card. So you guys didn't give up, even though you thought about giving up and questioning, like, is this where it was supposed to like go, like why, what, just all these different things. So I really feel like bringing this clear quartz like out in the sunlight and like all the things, like shine, please, just like it's so time. It's your guys' time to really, gosh, there's habits and patterns and people that you guys have really had to change and shift, let go of. And though there was so many people, especially that you might have were not able to let go of, and it was kind of like trial and error, and it's exhausting. You're exhausted, and I don't blame you at all for that. Like, I just want to say that your strength and courage is beautiful, and thank you for being you. This group is very empathetic. They have a lot of feelings. And a lot of them are not afraid to show it, but a lot of them also, I feel there's another side that I've like hid it a lot. I'm feeling some Scorpio, some Virgo. I don't even know. I know there's a couple more signs that are going to come through. There's definitely this sense of like being lost, and I just want to say that this full moon coming up is bringing things to surface. And I feel like also maybe the Gemini moon itself, if you're a Gemini moon, as well, this is coming up for you as well. So it's very potent for that, with it going into the full moon. I keep hearing Aquarius, but I feel like that's more connected possibly to Saturn. or Aquarius rising for some reason. Trying to see if there's any more signs that want to come through. I think it's possible that certain Leo aspects have been feeling this a little bit, but possibly coming out of it. Like they were under, but they're coming up. Because Leos don't really stay down for too long. So there's that. But yeah, there's definitely some energy that's been hidden. It's coming up to surface. But anyways, so if a lot of you have felt like you've hit rock bottom, you know that there's only up from there, you know. You might have even been questioning, you know, like beliefs, things you believe in, the belief system, your belief system, questioning like why this, why that, like how come, due to a lot of things you've experienced and went through as well. But like I keep getting like this vision of the waves, you know, crashing, and you guys are like struggling to stay up for air, and you didn't though. Like you still kept your head up when you were exhausted, and there's like this sense of your toes almost finally, like you could feel like your toes barely like not scratch but touch like the sand below, which it just feels like it's been so long since you've felt that in this constant treading water and emotions and stuff. And so it brings like this optimism, and you kind of like, instead of holding your head up like looking up to the sky, you look forward and you see like the sun coming through and through the clouds, and you are like, oh my gosh, like I can put my foot down, like I can touch the sand. And so you finally, you don't have to keep swimming and feeling like you're constantly drowning, and you can touch and you start walking, you know, and you're like just finally like land, and you're landed somewhere and you don't really know where you are, but you're landed somewhere, you're earthed somewhere. And this could also be pertaining to someone who is got some dominant like water and some earth, or some dominant earth with a lot of water. But I'm also just feeling energetically that this pile is a pile that finally like can walk. They don't have to swim and drown anymore, they're walking. And it's kind of learning how to do that again. And this could be, I feel like a lot of you kind of like hiding behind other people's belief systems, or their facts, or themselves as a person, and almost not really shining like you deserve to be, because you're a very knowledgeable group, and you feel so deeply that it's hard to almost communicate sometimes exactly like what it is you're feeling, because you're a group that probably feels it in your body before, in your emotions in your body, before you know how to transmute that out with words. So a lot of you might write a lot, and oh jeez, like your heart center is like, it's so watery, but yet I just feel so much love coming from this group as well, through all the things that you have gone through. And so anyways, the thing is with this group is they don't forget things that they go through, they don't forget the pain, but they transmute it from like how they felt or what they went through, and they transmute it out into the world with so much love and care. And this journey to get you here where you're finally like new territory on this land, and it's, gosh, I'm like trying to find the words, you know, like I see you looking back at, like, you don't forget, you look back at all you went through, and it's like, it's something so different than forgive and forget. Like, you don't not forgive, but it's almost like you just naturally go through all these things because you're becoming someone so huge, because your empathy in your heart is so huge. Like, you really get the depths of people and their emotions and the way that like people are. So once you're landed and you're on this new journey, like this new territory, it's kind of foggy, it's kind of confusing, but you're becoming more grounded in who you are, and you're not allowing someone to be like, oh, you're being too sensitive, or you're too emotional, or, you know, like things that people say, or like, no, it's this way, or no, it's that way, or it's, you know, like disregard or don't know how to handle your emotions. Screw them, by the way. And you're really becoming grounded in yourselves, in yourselves, and like the dreams and visions and goals that you've had, you're no longer allowing anyone to take that from you, and you've kept them hidden, and you're bringing them to light for yourself, not for anybody else right now. And you know what? Do it. Embrace yourself right now, because you are so extraordinarily strong and beautiful, and you deserve, it's not selfish to focus on you and your goals right now. It's not selfish. It's time. It's really time. And I feel like that is something huge too that's coming into this new year, is especially going into this North Node of Taurus and Scorpio South Node. It's saying, this Gemini full moon is saying, yes, go forth, follow your dreams. Whether you're writers or poets, adventures, just speaking your truths. I really see your heart like really spewing out of your throat chakra. Like, you're finally really embracing how to speak that truth, and it's opening a lot of doors for so many people through your experiences as well. And you're honest about a lot of your experiences, and I really feel like that helps people even more, because it's real. Like, you're human, like you're real, and you'll really connect with a lot of people by doing that. But also don't get lost in this. To remember to keep whatever routine you also have that keeps you grounded, keep a hold of that. Keep a hold of that, because your routine is really what helps you kind of transmute as well. And but yeah, you're really aligning with like a new routine at the same time, but it's almost like there's like this new motivation to it. Like, you're moving forward into like this new journey with confidence, and really getting down, like finding the root of yourself, like being who you are and who you've always been that you hid back. And you know, like, your responsibilities might change walking into this unknown, but know that, like with this Justice card, remember how you go about certain situations, but know that justice basically will be served accordingly. And so this pile, I really feel they're not a pile that's like, oh, like, haha, this or that, or like, oh, I did this and not you, or just, you're a fair group, so know that justice is being served accordingly, and you are going with an open heart. Keep that open heart and know that things will unfold for you in a fair, balanced way. So you find the strength in your shadows, and you're definitely a group that to remember not to fall back into your shadows, but you see the beauty in light and dark. And you're a group that has come from a lot of dark, and so that the light actually can be sometimes more scary, and you feel like, is this even true? Keep going forth confidently and being who you are. Don't hide behind the shadows. Don't hide behind other people, and step into this new balance to you, because you deserve this. And keep going forth. Like, what is your truth? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are your visions? You came out of this deep mud, this deep muddy water, and it's time to bring you and your ideas and self to life. Bring it to life. And no, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be different. It's going to be weird. But it's time for you to really take this new journey. Just take everything you've learned and experienced and go forth with this confidence. And so yeah, it's like a really tense one. So with that being said, the universe obviously is like, hey, it's time to go have some fun. So get out, go on some adventures, go have some fun with some friends. It's probably been a while since you've been hanging out with some friends. I think it's time to do that, even if they don't fully understand like you, not all of our friends are going to think like we are or be open as much as we are. But just go have some fun, disconnect to connect every once in a while. Find a balance in that. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. So I feel like this really kind of goes with this as well. Like, not everybody's going to have the same faith or beliefs as us. And also, I feel like there's a huge relationship thing with this where like some of you have been held back in relationships and allowing yourself to be held back. But now it's like a time like no more. Like your relationship is finding a balance with that inner fire within you to go forth and being grounded in who you are. But you can still hang out with people and not have the same belief systems. You know what I mean? Like, I am a military wife and I meet different people all the time. So even people similar are still different than me. So anyways, so in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me forward, right-minded thinking and the energy of love. I choose love no matter what. So whatever direction you go forth, love is leading you. Let love lead you, and be open to other people thinking differently. But remember to be grounded in yourself and your truth. And with this new light coming forth for you, just try not to be overbearing with other people's beliefs, because you're going to be very excited about where you're going. Yeah. So that's pile 3. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for listening, and bye.